screw ups, making it snappy.
Don't get too excited. There's no guest today. It's just us here.
The
These are
dynamic
literally the
duo.
kwentuhans that we were talking about. The ones that we just sit down and literally talk about anything. We're thinking about calling these feeling Medrano because Medrano Hall is where our group kind of just sat down every day in school and just talked about whatever the hell we wanted. So let's try and
Mm.
simulate. Let me just like my timer is here, but it's not like ready. So I'm gonna need to fix that up. We're not gonna stop at 5 minutes. Let's see if we can make this go for 10 minutes. Are you ready, Mon?
Yes, sir. G.
Okay. In three, I'm literally gonna just press it and then I'm putting it back on my desk. So bahala na when
Mm.
I look back at it if it's 10 minutes already. Okay. Three, two, one. So life is very interesting, no? It's really crazy because like the other day I was thinking about the end of it was so dramatic naman, the end of relationships, right? After the
Mm.
breakup na. And it amazes and like scares the shit out of me how at one point in your life, like this person who you were with was the most important person to you, right? And
Yeah.
then now you're able to act as if you don't really know each other. Parang
Mm-hmm.
how like I don't know, for me, I've never been in any serious relationship, like not even like close, but from I've been around a lot of people who have been in those kinds of situations, and I've kind of been able to observe. I mean, at least from my point of view, na parang it not necessarily easy, but it amazes me how someone who you used to see with this other person all the time, they're literally like inseparable, and now it's so easy for them to just not talk to each other. I mean,
Uh,
throw aside awkwardness for like a sec, like throw aside that concept of being awkward, right? I mean, if that wasn't there, then what else would be stopping you from talking to each other, right? Even to just say hello, like it's so crazy how there could be someone. I mean, not even in a relationship, but like you were like close friends, and then something happened that you're not talking anymore, and then you see them in the mall, and you have to have this whole like mini debate with yourself whether or not you're gonna say hi, right? And then it's
mm.
all the way on until the moment where you kind of pass each other, and then you try and read their body language to see if they're gonna even make you pansin, and if they don't, then you throw away the whole thing and you're just like, no, I don't need to say hi. Like how I've fallen victim to that too. I mean, I'm sure you've been in that
Uh-huh.
situation as well, right?
I think it depends on like how it ended. Because some people still like are friends. Like after, even if the relationship ended, na, diba? And for some, it didn't really end too well. So, which is where what you
That's
were
true.
talking about enters in. Not really talking to each other anymore. And yeah, I agree with what you said. Na, like one moment, this person was like your whole like world in a sense. And then the next, wala na, it's like you're strangers again, diba? So yeah, I mean, ako, I've been in one relationship and I'm in that side where I don't really talk like with my ex anymore, but like I still see her like from time to time, and yeah, like no interaction whatsoever. It's weird,
It
like
is weird, right? It's kind of like
like
parang even despite everything that happened between you guys, there's always that
mm,
small part of you that wonders if you're gonna say hi this time.
yeah. Again, it depends on how it ended. So, pero ayun nga, like looking at the person, like for example, if I like bump into her or whatever, I would just view her as like, someone there, now. But then at the back of my head, I'm like, oh shit, like I used to talk to this person like
That's why she used to
every
be like
day.
your whole world, right? And now it's like,
Diba?
what the hell happened? You kind of look at where your life used to be with that person, and you look at the side of it now, and you're like, how did we get to this point where we could actually reset the entire means of what it meant to like be together and be friends and be best friends and be together, diba?
It feels like things were reset, diba? Because it's like you don't know the
Yeah.
person anymore, diba? To like an extent, but you actually do, diba? So it's pretty weird. Yeah. So
It is. It's very unfortunate. Like I get that it's necessary because I do believe that there are people in your life that are meant to stay and there are people who are meant to leave. And
mm,
no matter how bad it may have been to make them leave, that needed to happen for you or for them to become who they are now. But at the same time, parang if you're that type of person like me, like I really hate losing people. Like as much as possible, I try and keep as many people in my life as I
mm,
can, right? And then you have these few that you kind of want to keep, but there's no reason for them to stay.
mm,
And you just got to accept that. And it's really shit. But like, you can't really do anything about it. It's not in your control anymore. Like,
mm,
it had to happen that way. And it had to happen for some reason. You may not know what it is yet, but you, until then, you just kind of have to live with the fact that it's going to be weird for a long time and that you won't be normal at all, right? Maybe not
mm.
ever. Like for those lucky people who can kind of find their way
Share
back to
side.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
Good for them. But for the most part, I don't know. It's pretty. We live in a world also now where people really cut ties with whoever they don't see a need for anymore. And while I understand that it might be good for them, it sucks for the other person. Like if they might have wanted to to fix things up, you kind of just cut off that chance from ever happening, right?
mm. And yeah, like talking about this happens not just in like a romantic sense, but like in general, like
Yeah, with
whether
friends, with family,
friends,
even
oh
sometimes.
yeah, with family, lalo na. Like it's crazy to even begin to like fathom, cutting out like a family member, whatever. Pero yeah, like you mentioned, it's weird because there's history, diba, with that
Yeah.
person, and no matter how much you try to be cool about it, regardless if you still talk to them or you don't na, it's still weird, diba? So, but hey, it is what it is.
I hate when he says that a lot to me, and then
It is what it
it's
is. What it is.
literally
What
just
it
him
is.
saying, "Just you gotta live with what's happening right now." Like as fucking sad as it may be, because
Mm,
we're a very emotional group. So when we're fucking sad, we really drop all of the like, what if this had happened? What if that had happened? But then we kind of have to keep each other in check. Na will remind them na if there's really something like nothing that can be done anymore, then I mean, what else is there to do, right? That's how stress happens. Also, that's how overthinking happens. That's how people become like people get. I mean, in the most extreme cases, freaking like anxiety, right? Overthinking also leads to all of that because you have this hope that things can get better, but you're not thinking about it realistically. You're kind of thinking about it in a more wishful thinking sense na just because, it worked out for someone out there in the world, it will work out for everyone. And while I hope to believe that that is the case, that
mm,
sadly, I don't like, no, I don't think so. I mean, speaking from experience, I'm sure all of us at one point in our lives have been disappointed with things and we have lost people. And even now, like for the amount of people that I've lost, and then I remind myself of where we were at some point in our lives and what we are now. It's ridiculous for me to just be like, I can't believe I used to talk to this person literally every day. And then I look at the chat for the last time we talked, it's freaking like years. Like,
mm,
what? How did my mind adapt to just saying, okay, no more, it's fine. Like, I'm going to stop. Like, we're not talking anymore, period. We're not friends anymore, period. We're not, in your case, we're not together anymore, period, right? Like, I mean,
mm.
I don't know. For some people, after their breakup, because that's a more extreme case, their instinct is to try and fix things as much as they can, right?
Mm. Like it's one thing to look at the chat or a message with somebody you used to talk to every day and be like, oh wow, it's been a while since we last talked. To that compared to actually really processing it in real life and being like, wow, like this person
Yeah.
is not, where they were in my life now. Diba? So yeah, I mean, it's
It's it's sad, but it's
it's sad. Yeah.
what happens. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know. It's yeah. It's such a I don't know. I mean, yeah, the more you like go through your life, the more you will notice these things happening to not only you but like the people around you. And then you
Mm,
can't help but put yourself in that position as well and just totally be in shock at how people can be after like being close for so long and then just not being close. Like it's crazy, but well, all you can do is really just wish them the best. And then should that moment come where you're not really looking for it anymore, but it just shows up, then that's where you can kind of try and make things normal again, I guess. Don't avoid
mm,
it completely, but don't expect anymore because you're just gonna get destroyed that way.
yeah. Uh-oh. I don't know. I kind of just wanna. I'm in the mindset of just appreciating the ones I do have in my life. Diba?
That too,
'Cause,
actually.
diba? I mean, that's what matters. I mean, the ones who are in your life right now, they're there for a reason, and just hope that they stay. Diba? And for those who go, eh, wala. I mean,
It's been
I
a
guess
good run.
it's been a good run. It's nice knowing you. It's really like that. It's cliche as it sounds. People come and go. That's life for you.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck. Well, that was 11 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
thanks
That's
thanks for
not bad.
listening to our sad boy sesh.